I have decided that project panning is the mother of invention, and that's why today I am going to be using this very expensive Victoria Beckham Contour Stylus as eyeshadow, my most used eyeliner, in addition to contouring my entire face and not just my nose. I will also be sharing with you one new little goodie that I have picked up. I know, it's a Project Pan video where I'm introducing a new product, but this is something I've been waiting to get my hands on and was out of stock. So I have just now been able to get it. So if you want to watch all of that come together, then I hope you'll stick around. Before we get into it, if you would hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, it would really help my channel a lot. And now let's do a full face of makeup. So for today's full face of makeup, I have selected all of these products for February for my Project Pan. And for eyeshadow, today we are going to be dipping into Mothership 2 from Pat McGrath Labs. I absolutely love this color story. And normally I would be inclined to go with that beautiful emerald shade. But today I want to go a little bit lighter because of the product that I'm going to introduce at the end. So that's where this guy comes in, this Contour Stylus. There really isn't a good transition shade in this palette, although I could pick up that dark brown and blend it out. But because I want to get my money out of this Contour Stylus, I am actually going to use this as my transition shade today. Hopefully it goes well and I'll be able to continue using this product this way so that I can actually get my money out of it. Let me get on some eyeshadow primer. As usual, I am using my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer and get that on to really create a nice even base for eyeshadow and to cancel out some of the redness on my eyelids. I've been using Swede Beauty Lash Growth Serum, and I'm starting to wonder if it's causing redness there, the lash line. I know that the Grande Lash can do that, but it's only very, very recently that the Swede has started doing that to me. If you've used Swede Lash and that's happened to you, let me know in the comments box. I already did my brows, by the way, just to sort of save some time on the overall makeup look. I'm going to apply a little bit of powder to the lids because I'm worried about this sort of skipping on top of that eyeshadow primer. So I just want to kind of lightly dust here, not overdo it too much. And now I am going to go in with this. Now, so typically, if you guys have been watching me, you know what I would do after I had done sort of some eyeshadow on the top is I would grab my Endless Cacao pencil from Makeup Forever and I would line along the bottom lash line. And I do that really to figure out before I go into mascara if I created the shape that I want for my eye look. And so today I'm going to be using this and I'm going to apply it to the bottom first and then carry up to the top and go over again, because I'm using this to create the shape in addition to as my transition shade. So here goes. And I'm trying to just hug as close as I can to the lash line. This is, of course, a very creamy product. And now I'm sort of softening my gaze a little bit and going upward here to get the shape. I'm going to just dot this instead of creating a line and trying to relax my eye and look straight ahead. And now I'm going to grab a Refer 12 to start smudging that out. And it's going to blend away fairly nicely, but I do think it creates a nice transition shade there. And I'm going to go with a little bit more here. So I think That works pretty nicely for that application. Do a little bit more out here. I am going to go in with that deeper brown out here in the outer corner. And I think I'll have to do some cleanup under here. But I'm gonna have to do that anyway if this were eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm essentially using this as an eyeshadow and a little bit of a eyeliner. Okay. And now, let's see, let me do the same thing to the other eye. Now I'm just kind of swooping it inward a little bit towards my nose and my brow bone, because I feel like my eyes are so round. A lot of times I want to sort of elongate them a little bit, and this really helps me achieve that more elongated look to my eye. Okay, I don't want to blend this out into nothing, so I am going to stop there, and now I am going to pick up my Mothership 2, and I have a Refer 32 here, which is this really interesting shaped sort of dome brush, and I am going to go in with that dark brown, and I'll add shade names for you. And I'm going to use this to just tap into the outer corner. I'm going to flick some of this off. And I'm not starting at the very, very, very outer corner because I don't want it to be too deep there. I want to keep some of that lighter, cool-toned brown from the contour stylus. And now I'm just sort of stippling that across the outer corner and up into the crease just a bit. It's nice when you don't have to pick up a ton of eyeshadow. You do have to be careful, of course, with Pat's mats. Pat's mats. Okay. And now I'm going to go to the other eye and do the same thing. I really love this brush for the outer corner because of the way that it's round and angled. You can really create, I think, a much more sort of natural, organic looking outer corner. You could make it sharper, but I think that the Refer 01 Mini is better if you're wanting to create sort of a sharper angle instead of more of sort of like a rounded out outer corner. So I'm just bringing that over a bit before I pick up any shimmer and looking to make sure that I'm even here. Now, if you wanted to go bold, once you've got this brown down, this dark brown down, you could then, if this were, let's say, a nighttime look, you could then, with your finger, pick up that emerald green and tap it over the brown a little bit and then start tapping in towards the inner corner, and then just put, you know, one of these sort of pops right at the inner corner to bring some brightness, and that would make for a great evening look. But since I don't want to go as bold today and have too many competing things on my face, we are not doing that today. I like the way that's looking so far. I am digging on the use of this stylus. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna grab this second shade over here, which is sort of a cross between a pink and a gold. Let me swatch that on my finger for you. So this is what that shade looks like. And I'm just gonna start right in the middle, tapping that on. Another way to amp up this look is to use, you could use exactly the shades that I'm using and either applying them with a brush, with the brush spray with like a setting spray, or using Pat's Intensifies Artistry Wand. And that would just make the pigment really bolder. It would cause a lot more pigment to adhere to your eyelid and would therefore just, you know, really be a lot brighter and more intense. But again, not going for that today. So I am using the end of my finger, sort of my fingertip, to come over quite a bit towards the inner corner because I am going to lay something else in the inner corner to brighten that up. So now I'm just going to grab the other eye and do the same thing. I mean, really, this is a pretty quick and easy eye look, right? Do you consider this quick and easy? I mean, I know we're not one and done in here, but this is coming together pretty fast. And I want to get up into the crease just a little bit with the tip of my finger. Over here too. Pick up a little bit more of that dark brown. And again, I'm just marrying these together a little bit. I think this is a look that, because of this sort of pinky gold, does read maybe a little bit orange. It's not an obnoxious orange, but a little bit orange. I think it's really good for blue eyes. I think that this is a combination that makes my eyes look more blue than green. A lot of times if I want them to look more green, I'll wear purple. And if I want them to look more blue, I will stick with more sort of like browns, maybe get into something that's a little orangey. So now I'm going to take this shade here, which looks creamy, but it has a little bit of a pink to it. And I am just tapping that into the inner corner. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a brush. So here I have a Refer 02 Mini, which is a nice flat brush. And I placed that shadow down, and now I'm going to use the brush to refine it, marry it with the other shade, do my swoop up. I feel like I've got a fuzz. And I can do the same with the other side. So put down quite a bit, and now I'm going to smooth that out. And swoop to swoop. And this, of course, sort of opens up the eye. I'm swooping this all the way up to where I came over with the contour stylus to really make this part of the eye look a little bit bigger and wider. Okay, so I like how that is going. And now let's see, I want to pick one of these two down here to tap just for a little bit of extra something. And let's see, I'm going to swatch them both. So one, I think you saw had more of a pinky tone. They look pretty similar, guys. So this sort of pinky that has some gold and the white. And hopefully you can see there. I think I'm going to do this one that is just the white with the pink, because I've already got so much of this tone on my eyes, and I do want this to help stand out a little bit. So I just swirled my finger in, and now I'm just going to press gently right in the center of my eye. And hopefully the lights are such that you can see what effect that had. Okay. You guys, you're going to have to let me know in the comments if you consider this a light look. I mean, for me, this is a light look, but, you know, I know that that is, that's in the eye of the beholder. I guess, you know, for me, I was really comparing it to my desire to go in with, you know, deep, bold green eyeshadow. So yeah, to me, this is a light look. I want to do one more thing here on the top, and that is to grab this black here. And I have this wonderful eyeliner brush. This is from KJH Spectrum Collection. So, you know, an eyeliner brush, but you can see how wide this is. So you can really cover quite a bit of area. I'm tapping into that, and then I'm going to tap off, because I don't want to end up with this all over my face, although I can easily do cleanup after, since I did my eyes first. And now I'm just sort of angling it just a little bit at the outer corner to get a little bit of lift there. Y'all, this is such a great brush. So these are available, I believe, on the Spectrum website as a set. She may have some smaller bundles, but I got her entire set. I think it was 28 pieces. And it came with its own carrying case, and I also got a fabulous towel that is for drying your brushes after you wash them. So you can hang them up upside down to dry, because you never want to let your brushes dry like this, because water will seep into the glue and cause them to come apart. So of course, Miss Katie Jane Hughes would create a system that would help her brushes last. Okay, so I think that we are good there. The question is now, do I want to do anything else underneath the eyes? I am going to grab, real quick while I ponder that, some Bioderma micellar water on a Q-tip and clean up some of this glitter, because I did get some fallout. So after this, I am going grocery shopping for my Super Bowl party. It is Super Bowl weekend, and for me, it is all about the commercials and the food. I know that a lot more women have gotten into NFL as a part of the Taylor Swift effect, but I have always loved watching for the commercials and the food and the halftime show. And once I do all that, I start getting into the game. I'm going to curl my lashes with my Shiseido eyelash curler, and then I am going to use my favorite mascara combo from Beauty Pie, which is a lash primer and then the Uber Volume Boost mascara, and then on the bottom lash line I am going to use my Clinique bottom lash mascara. I am telling you this because I am going to do a speed through of this section, so hang on to your hats. Okay, now we are ready to get into complexion products, and I'll be using my Glossier Stretch Foundation, and my pump is just not working anymore, so I've gotten into the habit of just going ahead and pulling this out and making little dots all over my face. So I am going to do that, and then I am going to spread this out using my funky sponge from One Size. Bink, bink. You have to do that. Anytime you use this sponge, you have to make like animal noises, like it's alive. So I'm just going to tap this in. My face was looking a little bit red today because I took too long of a shower. I haven't been feeling it really great, guys. I feel like I've maybe had a cold. I'm not going to say flu, even though I know of entire schools that have been shut down for a day or two because they had so much flu that they were trying to stop it from spreading any further, and they had so many teachers out, and they felt like they needed to clean. That has not happened to my son's school, but my son has been sick and out of school, and I think that he brought that little gift home to me. Those are the joys of motherhood. And now I am going to grab some of my Givenchy Libre Skin Caring Concealer and just put a small dot here. Clearly I am really trying to put a small dot. And I've got a nice little area of injury right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I need to take my glasses in to get them repaired. The little part that sits on your nose, somehow I knocked it funny, and I've tried to put it back where it was, and if it is not in the right place, it digs into the side of my nose. So I need to make a point of getting by the place where I purchased them sometime this week so that I can get that fixed, because it hurts. It doesn't just look bad, it hurts. I'm just tapping that in. Obviously not using a lot of concealer here. Can always add more. I've got some little skin flakes here too. Excuse me while I scratch skin flakes. Okay, so trying to get rid of any redness out here in the outer corner where I love to get it, and just sort of clean up there. There's some other spots that I want to conceal. I do a little, like a bobo. It's like a little bobo right there. I don't know if it's a bobo, bug bite. Let's do a little bit more concealer right there. Just a baby amount. Boop. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? So somebody taught me this little trick. I can't remember who. We're going to put a little bit of concealer there, and I'm going to let it set and sort of dry a little bit, if you will. I'm going to do the same thing over here to my nose injury. And let's see, is there anywhere else? Maybe we'll do a little bit here. I don't know. I don't normally take the time to do this kind of spot concealing. Okay, so I'm going to let that kind of dry a bit, and I want to, while that is doing that, I want to do a little bit of tight lining on the upper lash line. This is my Beauty Pie eyeliner that is one of these felt style eyeliners, and I'm going to gently lift. You know what? I got rid of the mirror that I need. Hold on. Boop. Okay. And I'm really just kind of want to wiggle between the lashes a little bit. Dry eye. Okay, so I missed any areas. That lash line looks a little bit uneven. And, okay, the other side. Breathe, breathe. It's like getting a mammogram. Breathe. So now let's check on our concealer areas. So letting it sort of dry a little bit like that makes it easier to just sort of blot it out in a way that looks seamless but covers what you're trying to cover. Sometimes if you just apply your concealer and then you start working it through, working it out on your skin to get the coverage you need, you're not able to work it out enough so that it looks natural, or vice versa. So that is intended to sort of mitigate that issue. Okay, and while I am happy with the way that the Contour Stylus performed on the upper lid, and it did help me understand if I had the shape that I wanted, Guys, I've got to pull my Endless Cacao pencil. I just feel like I need a little bit something extra underneath out here. And a little bit more connection. Okay, so these are the products that we have left. Obviously, we have powder, the Say blush in the color Chili, the Contour Stylus for contouring my entire face. So let's just go for it. Let's see, I'm gonna take my magnification mirror down so that I can get a better sense of my entire face. And I need to just not be stressed here, right? Because the beauty of this product is that it is supposed to blend out wonderfully. So I'm not going to destroy myself, right? It's okay. Let me grab, I think I'm just going to use this. Because this is a fairly small line of contour. Let's see. Maybe bad decision. A little too sharp. But I am going to keep blending. I'm going to grab a bigger brush. We're going to need a bigger boat. Okay, so this is a Rephr 35. Yeah, definitely better. Easier. No reason to make it harder than it already is. Okay, so am I contoured, guys? Am I snatched? Should we do more? Let's do more. I feel like I've messed this set up big time. Gentle. And this. Okay. Okay, guys, I think that looks good. And I think it made a difference. What do you guys think? Tell me. Can you tell? Do I look more contoured? Again, I'm not a big contour girl, so I'm feeling my way here. I'm also going to go right on the edge of my jaw. I'm not going underneath. I'm really trying to go right at the edge. And here on my chin. And blend that out. You better work, supermodel, work it now. Okay, I kind of want to do out here too. What do you guys think? Oh. I gotta bring up here. Okay, let's do it over here too. Snatched. Snatch. Snatch attack. Okay, I'm sure I blended out down here. I don't want to like go run my errands, do lunch, and the waiter is like, check out table 22. Be that girl, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, nose. Okay, I hate my nose. It's so funny to me. I see people talk about contouring to get a button nose. This is a large button, okay? So maybe the button noses are great, but I don't know that anybody wants this large of a button. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to diminish the button by sort of running down the sides here, but coming in a bit as I get to the tip. And because of the buttonness, I don't think I need to go right here. So I'm not going to do that. But let's start there. For here, I am going to use the smaller, rougher brush. For blending. More precision. And trying to go at a diagonal here. Kind of at an angle. Okay. I think that's working for me. Okay. And, okay, this is going to sound crazy, but I am going to go back up here. I'll add a little bit more here. Use my small little brush here. Basically, we're doing finishing touches here, gang. This stuff does blend out so nice, which I think makes it really nice for creating the eye shape. As opposed to using a pencil, which is going to be a little bit harder to blend out, because you can do that with your Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, but it's harder to blend. But this actually works really nicely on the top for creating eye shape. So I have officially found a new use through my commitment to using this product up. Okay, so I think we have sufficiently contoured. So I am going to, let's see, I need to grab a brush for this, and a clean brush at that. Oh, look at that. My favorite BK Beauty for blush is clean. And I am very wisely going to put this on the back of my hand. And I'm going to prime the brush. So I'm going to work it into the brush itself, which is going to help me get a more even application and allow me to go a little bit slower. So now it's sort of worked in a little bit. And I'm going to tap that on. I am tapping pretty gently here, not applying a lot of pressure. What is y'all's favorite part of makeup application? I'm really curious because obviously I love eyeshadow. Okay, I've talked a lot about how much I love it. If you've watched my videos, you've probably seen my eyeshadow collection. I have more eyeshadow than your average bear, but not as much as your, average YouTuber, but still. But I've recognized that I want to buy every blush that comes out. And it makes me wonder, like, has blush become sort of a favorite product to apply? There is something so satisfying about applying blush. I don't know. Okay, I have overblushed officially. I think I have gone into the overblushed category, but the good news is I have not yet applied powder. So powder is going to allow us to sort of clean that up a little bit. And I can even sort of use the sponge first that I use to apply foundation. Just sort of go around the edges there, make sure that's worked in well. I am so dewy. That's code for, wow, I feel greasy right now, okay? All right, so now we're going to do powder. I'm trying to think if I want to use a brush for this. Okay, so I've got my Libre powder. All right, guys, I was doing my powder shakeout when I was so rudely interrupted by a phone call, which is actually my fault for not putting my phone on airplane mode before I started filming. So here we go. I am just tapping, tapping, tapping to get all my little colors here. I've got a good amount of powder now. Okay, I'm going to tap this into my hand a little bit and start applying that. Ooh, looking good. Y'all, do you see the shine control? I mean, I don't want to get rid of all the dew, okay? But some of the dew, yes, we want to tamp down. I don't want to look like I just went to the gym or something. And get up here. Have I taken too much blush off? We don't want to under blush either, right? I kind of tap a little bit more in, right in the really, really, really high points. Did I just like totally undo the blushing down that I did? I don't know. I love blush. Just looks so healthy and vibrant. So now we are going to turn to the new product that I picked up that had been sold out, and I got my hands on it. And I mean, aren't two better than one? I mean, why buy one lip product when you can buy two lip products? Both of these lip products are in Elson. Gosh, this is coming full circle. We're talking about Taylor Swift again. I think that Miss Pat said that, you know, this was the color that was used on Taylor Swift for some of her videos, and then maybe even when she was on tour. And so they sold out like hotcakes, right? Gone. And then you couldn't get your hands on them for a while. And then she did a re-release, and I missed it that time. And so when I saw on Instagram the other day that they were back in stock, I didn't walk, I ran, okay, with my credit card. So we'll take a look at both of these and then decide which I should wear for today. Come on, here we go. Okay, so this is the Satin Allure version of Elson. And this is said to be a true blue red. The other is the liquid lust gloss, and you guys, I have to show you this box if you have not seen the box on this. Hopefully you can see that. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to focus. Guys, do you see that? Is this like a woman in stilettos with spurs? Is that what that is? If so, Pat, you're a genius. I love you. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, so this is the gloss in Elson. You know what? Let's swatch. Let's swatch. Okay, so first we're gonna look at the gloss. Hello. Okay, so here is what that applicator looks like, and let's just swatch that here, and then we have the Satin Allure lipstick. The color is definitely different, or maybe it's just the thickness. Okay, so that is the Satin Allure lipstick. Guys, I'm inclined to go with this gloss since I've never tried one of these, and I have tried the formula for the Satin Allure lipstick. Now, I am not going to use a lip line, which may be a huge mistake, but c'est la vie. I think that one of the things that's good about this applicator is with how small it is, I think that you could get away with essentially creating your lip line. We're going to find out if that's true. This may be a huge mistake. Curious about dry down. So I've had this on for just a minute, you guys know. So obviously that's going to smudge out very well. You know, it may be that with the lipstick, even with a color like this, that you're better off applying with a brush, and maybe would need a lip liner. Okay, now I'm curious about the gloss. Okay, I mean, I did put a pretty thick swatch there. You can see how that smudges out. I think I even like the color better. Oh, guys, that gloss, when I smudged it, and we'll see this on the lips. Can you tell how powdery that looks? Can you see that? I mean, it almost has like a powdery sort of dry down. I'm not going to talk while doing this because I definitely don't want to screw this up. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're gonna call that the lip line for the top. And now I'm gonna fill in. Oops. I'm digging that. Okay, let's do the bottom. It tickles. Oh, I think I went too far. So if you have lip liner, or it may just be I need practice, but if you have lip liner, uh, you might want to start there. Just to make this part easier. Okay. Those are some red lips. There's no denying the redness of the lips. Wow. Wow. So I just tried to rub an area that I considered a little bit of a mistake. I don't know that anyone would notice it but me, but it did not come off. So that is both good and bad, of course. And why I was saying that you may really want to consider starting with lip liner. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm gonna be wearing this lipstick till Tuesday. And it's Saturday. Okay. So yeah, that is some red lipstick. It feels different. I'm obviously not accustomed to wearing this particular product in terms of this lust gloss that has this kind of texture to it. I typically wear lipsticks that feel very balmy, and there is nothing balmy about this, but I think that if you're talking about a red lipstick, then that is what you would want, because you don't want something that's going to slide all over your face, which may be why people buy Elson in the matte version instead of the satin allure. I'll have to find out about this another time. But no, I literally tried to like rub my finger down here to change, you know, how far down it was going. And it was like, no, nope, we're here. That's it. You're wearing this. So yeah. But I feel like it's going to stay on really well. I'll have to decide if I'm going to kind of see how it wears and then decide if I want to add some gloss on top of it, because it is definitely matte. And yeah, but I think it's really beautiful from a performance standpoint right now. I mean, it's not like feathering out and bleeding, which again, with a lipstick that is this vibrant, you definitely want and need. If I were going to do something to change my eye look to go with this lipstick, it would be to do, I think even, well, I don't know that it would need to be lighter, but I think that certainly a, you know, more of a wing, more top eyeliner would look really good, because I think that it would sort of have the same sort of reference point historically in terms of, you know, the way that makeup has been worn. So I'm really excited though about having it. And so far I really like it a lot. And you're wearing red. Do you need more blush or less blush? I don't know. All right, guys, so we are going to leave it right there. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I hope that if you have this little bad boy right here from Victoria Beckham and you've been struggling to use it, I hope that this has helped you. And if nothing else, you were at least entertained by my attempts to find another use. And I'm excited, feel like I'm at a great place in terms of kicking off my February project pan. So again, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of great videos coming up this month, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.